sind Wünsches, das ist Quatsch, das ist nicht wahr. Hey, der du an der Show.
The worldwide phenomenon, Taco the Show.
That's valid.
That's how you're begging me to go this Saturday.
Hey, welcome to Attack of the Show, everybody!
Hi.
TV's only source for all the stuff to care about. I'm Kevin Ferrer. It's good to see ya.
Hey, everyone. I am Olivia Munn, and we're coming to you live from the Vandervoort Studios in Los Angeles. And I just want everyone to know at home who sent in their Playboys, I signed 10 massive boxes last night. Home stretch. My wrist hurts a little bit.
My wrist hurts as well because of Playboy.
But it wasn't my Playboy.
No, it was the
Seth Rogen's
It was the articles.
Playboy cover. On the show today, a bunny plays piano, and the bunny isn't happy about it.
Oh.
It is not a PETA approved around the net, folks. Plus, it's time to lock and load. Morgan Webb will join us for Game Break in studio. Cover one of the biggest entertainment releases of the year, Modern Warfare 2.
2. Then movies everywhere, but not a drop to drink. I don't get it either. There are, however, movies to watch. Chris Gore joins us again for DV Tuesday. And this week, we're taking a look at the new discs for Up and Watchmen, The Ultimate Cut. But then, Laura Vandervoort from V will be live in studio. Hopefully she's not a lizard person. That's what's on that show, right?
People love
These
me.
are-
Very excited for
This is
V.
a show with the lizards. Lizard people, right? There's lizards on the show? Oh, okay, cool.
I know there's a hot blonde who's going to be in our studio. That's all you need to know.
Damn right she is.
That's all this guy needs to know. Time now to run down the top 5 things on the web.
You want to go around
Yes,
that?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Now, Brazil to me is a land of deadly mixed martial artists and delicious meats.
And very, very tasteful bikini grooming.
Yeah, that's true.
But their motor scooter skills, those leave something to be desired. Yes. Another excellent demonstration of Brazilian pole jitsu. It's the Gracie style.
Well,
Gracie family.
no wonder so many UFC champions come from Brazil. I mean, after getting clocked by a steel rod and a motorcycle, fist to the face isn't really that bad.
No, it's true. It really sets you up.
Yeah.
Now, here on Attack of the Show, we unleash a wall of mockery and disdain at pretty much everything in our path, and even stuff that's really not in the path, that's off to the side, but we'll still point and laugh at it,
Yeah.
chastise it.
I hate everything
Yeah,
in
pretty much.
general.
But we also pride ourselves in finding the simple joy in everyday things.
That's true. Like this clip of the happiest chair in the world, which can truly only be enjoyed with Tupac's Ghetto Gospel. Of course, Tupac may be gone, but as long as this chair enjoys his inspirational and healing music, he's going to live on forever.
Oh, and what's Elton John doing there, you ask?
Question.
Well, he is burning like a candle in the wind.
Ah.
That's what he does.
Ghetto gospel, those who wish to follow me. My ghetto gospel, I welcome with my hands.
Wow.
You know, it's so simple, yet just, it's in my hair. Feel warm and fuzzy.
Wow. Look, if you like that, I have something else for you.
Oh, what?
It's a surprise-looking power outlet for you.
What's going to happen to the twins?
You don't know. You don't know. You
That's
don't
so
know.
crazy. I love that series.
So good. Today's number 3 item is from a 1983 public access show from Tucson, Arizona, lovingly resurrected by the guys at the Found Footage Festival.
Yeah, this show stars amateur animal trainer Jenny Getter. I mean, is there a qualification course for that? Like,
There's a qualification course for everything.
apparently, yes. Now, Jenny claims that playing with lovable animals can actually help rehabilitate hardened criminals. That's assuming, of course, that they weren't thrown in jail for animal cruelty.
Yes.
Because then, probably not going to work.
That's a good point. And also, Jenny, she makes a rabbit play the piano, so that's awesome.
You play. Hurry. Play. Come on. You play. Play good. Yeah, that's it. Keep going. Come on. Play like you played yesterday. There you go. There. That's it. Oh, there. Come on. Do it again. Come on. We want to see more.
She does it with the dead bunnies, too.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of animal cruelty, how is she not in prison?
I don't, did she just throw, like, fistfuls of rabbits at the cops when they showed up, knocking at the door?
And just go along, just thought about this, just go along with me for 1 minute, okay? 2 words,
Yeah?
2 words, 2 words. Attack rabbits. Huh? Right? Right?
Attack rabbits?
Yeah, adorable attack rabbits. Genius. I know. Somebody get the URL for me. Making money. Money from the sky with that idea. Just falling everywhere.
It's not really...
What?
It's fine. Yeah, in at number 2 today is a new report from The Onion, America's finest, honest fake news network.
Now, you may not know about this, but Infinity Ward released a game called Modern Warfare 2.
I'm not familiar.
It came out today. I know. I think it's kind of a big deal. I don't know anything about it.
Okay, cool.
But
But
it's for a Game Boy.
oh, that's cool.
Really excited.
They have those in color now.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
It's fun. It's fun. It's fun.
You guys should try them. They're a real hoot. But as The Onion shows us, Infinity Ward is not content to rest on its laurels. No! Raking in cash and accolades. That's not for them. No. They're already working on Modern Warfare 3.
The newest entry in the Call of Duty video game series, Modern Warfare 2, is being praised for its ultra-realistic gaming experience. Yet developers are already putting the finishing touches on Modern Warfare 3, which they say will be the most true-to-life military game ever created, with the majority of gameplay spent hauling equipment and filling out paperwork.
Gamers will stand guard outside a photorealistic warehouse for hours, dig 10-foot deep holes in the immaculately rendered sand, and sit around complaining about how bad the cell phone reception is.
Now I'm stuck at the part where you have to settle a debate between 2 soldiers about whether they'd rather have sex with Jessica Biel or Shakira.
Yeah, because Shakira's got the moves that Jessica Biel could never have, because she's a trained dancer. You mean if Jessica Biel were standing right there, you wouldn't go for it? Not if Shakira was right there.
Pretty accurate. I will say this. I will say that having aliens crash land on Earth and demand that we all perform Shakespeare plays for them would be more realistic than some of the sequences in Modern Warfare 2. Would actually make a little more sense.
And Michael Bay would blush. Blush. Gosh, he's dreamy.
Still ahead, a network television debut, everybody.
You guys are going to see Kevin's guest appearance on a
Starring
primetime
role guest appearance.
TV show. And here, wait, no, it wasn't To Catch a Predator.
No.
It wasn't.
No, that's next season.
Next year. Ah.
Sweeps. Today's number 1 is the best thing we have ever shown in the history of Attack, perhaps the history of G4, nay, the history of television. Best thing we've ever shown.
You just wanted to show it yourself or do it, whatever?
I'm sorry, I'm excited. I'm
Okay,
just really
sorry.
excited. You got it, you're good.
Okay, cool. Okay, so this is a clip.
It's from Heroes last night.
Are you sure you don't want to do it?
Yeah, you're fine, you're good. Just tell them it's from last night's Heroes on NBC, network show, Heroes.
Okay, so on Heroes, it opened in an airport security line.
And I think you're missing a part.
Yeah, I was getting to it.
Huh?
I was getting to it. It actually stars a certain Attack of the Show co-host.
Ooh, they found a gun in your bag. What is he talking about? Who are you talking to?
The socks you thought you were packing this morning? My service revolver.
There is no gun in that bag. We did not find a gun in that bag.
Yes, we do. You might be able to control my body, but I'll never ever let you control my ability. Do you hear me? Sucks, doesn't it?
It's just a mistake. I can explain. I'm a cop. I'm a cop.
Yes!
I love how it's like just pushing him out.
And that's the thing, it's so hard when you're working working with, you know,
That's awesome.
when I was working with Zach, that's what we call him on set because we're friends. I was like, Z, is it cool if I get in there? Like it was good. What a performance! What a performance! Mostly in the head and neck region. Thank you.
That's exciting for you.
Thank you.
I don't know how you did it, Kevin, but you were awesome.
Well, you can. Why don't you've been ask me that question? You can. You can ask me exactly how I did.
No, I thought it was funny how you.
No,
did
it'd be
question
the perfect question for my media event.
Your what?
My media event. It's a junket.
For
my hero's role.
The walk-on?
Yeah, it's gonna be good. No, it's a big deal. I set up a junket for this. It's awesome.
Kevin, you made a junket for yourself?
Well, I mean, look, people have questions. They need answers, right? I mean, the public.
Kevin, this?
This is it. Yeah, that's security officer number 4 right there. It's me. So it's a pretty big deal. So I set up the junket, and you only got like 3 minutes because I have Access Hollywood coming in. So if you could just
Access Hollywood's coming in,
or
here.
Entertainment Hollywood, or Access Tonight, or so one of those guys is coming in. So let's just get through the questions.
So is it? I don't know what you mean.
You're sitting on your card.
What is this?
Just some questions for you about Officer Number 4. That was the role I played. So
Fine. Your performance is the pinnacle of masculinity and television drama. Seriously?
Yeah, seriously, it is. Keep reading.
You are so good at emoting. How do you keep your face in such attractive and amazing shape? What is that? That doesn't make sense.
Thank you. That's embarrassing, but it's a good question to ask. I get it a lot, actually. The problem, the challenge that I have to overcome as an actor in roles like this is that NBC couldn't pay me if I were to speak. So most of the time I have to act in the moneymaker right here. The old chin register. Chin! So it's a lot of rehearsal, a lot of deep breathing, and I go through the steps. It's a arduous task, but if you respect your craft, it's what you do. You have more to say right there. Card. Just go ahead and read the card. Olivia, read the card.
You have a response for
Just
your response?
Olivia.
That's fascinating.
Thank you.
Do I have to ask you this because you're going to do it anyway?
Just what are you talking about? Just read the card.
Do you have a clip?
A clip? It's embarrassing. I think we do have a clip. Let's roll it.
You're under arrest, Spock.
Why do you have a gun? Why do you want to shoot somebody in an airport? I just wanted to offer, you and the viewers of your television thing. Love the G4, by the way. You're great on it.
This is your.
I just want to give them a peek behind the curtain and let them see what goes on for Officer Number 4.
Okay. Okay, well, that's nice of you, and thanks, Kevin. And I think actually we should move on with our show, Attack of the Show, which is what you actually really are on. So we should just do that.
That's funny.
We actually have a DVD Tuesday coming up that we should get to.
Odd that you bring that up. I have a DVD for you, actually, and I'd be happy to sign a DVD of my performance for you, Miss Hun. Made up to you or a friend, or you have a sister or a cousin or someone you like. That's
brought a deep.
It's one of one right now. That's a pretty rare.
Really?
What?
Can you see this? It's ridiculous.
What?
Kevin, this is a DVD-R.
Yeah, well.
It's not even an RW.
Listen, you're welcome if that's what you're trying to say. Listen, the box set's not out yet, so I hand labeled that one for you. And what I did is I took.
But then you actually labeled it back to DVD-R.
Like I took.
It says you put DVD-R.
I wanted you to know the type of media it was. Maybe it's incompatible with your DVD player. I didn't want you to have questions.
Where's Mossy and Zach and those guys?
The point is, there's a 70-minute loop of me as Officer Number 4 on that DVD.
Wait, 70
just for
minutes
you.
of what we just saw?
With director's commentary. And remember to watch me starring in Heroes Episode 8, Season 4. It's Shadowboxing. Catch it on G4 tonight at 10. Should I not have? With the. My bad.
I just want
I'm
to.
sorry.
I think we've got something with human wrecking balls or something.
If it's destruction, mayhem, and demolition that you're into, the new season of Human Wrecking Balls promises to hit harder than ever before. Demo geeks and masochist freaks, your prayers have been answered. The Pumphrey brothers have returned to wreak more havoc in Season 2 of Human Wrecking Balls. For those who are just tuning in, how would you describe the show?
Chaos. Destruction. Carnage. Boom.
Two guys, incredibly strong, breaking things, and everything they do is very systematic in how they do it.
That was pretty smooth. Booyah!
My gig is basically to add some science and engineering to it to help them really understand what they're doing and give some analogies and real-world comparisons to actually how strong these guys are.
My role on the show is I'm the nurse. I'm here to actually help them if they do get hurt. So luckily so far nobody's lost an appendage, which is definitely a little bit of a fear.
Obviously, you guys must come across a lot of injuries. What's the worst you've had?
I got the scar right here from the helicopter, and we were breaking the rotor off the helicopter, so we were walking around until like a horseshoe shape trying to snap it. And when it snapped, it recoiled, and the sharp end went down to my arm, picked me up and threw me back 20 feet and just missed my head. Glad that thing didn't go towards my neck.
So what can we expect for Season 2? How are you guys making it bigger and better?
Wow. Back Season 1, Episode 1, we focused on a car. You know, it was that car we destroyed. And that was it. That was the episode. Now it's much bigger than that. I mean, the challenges.
This season it's tour bus.
Oh, God. You know, but it's an entire tour bus. And not just a tour bus. It's the tour bus. It's the equipment. It's the instruments. It's just chaos.
All right, so tell me about what you're doing today.
Today is, as you can see in the background, well, it was an arcade. And we had a lot of the old video games in there, the old stand-up, the uprights that are really hard to find. We had the simulator games.
Pinball machine. You ever rip the balls from a pinball machine? These are what's left over.
When in doubt, just put the balls in your hand. It's all about balls on this show. I'm sorry. Don't be offended. It's Human Wrecking Balls.
You guys go break stuff. I'll be right here with the balls. So you guys have been going pretty postal in this room. How's it been going for you?
Groovy.
Smashing down.
That's it. Take a look around. There's not much left.
You think maybe you guys can show me how to break something?
I think we can.
Go! Now, I'm going to show you the safest kick in the world for you to do.
Okay.
You're going to kick in between these studs, and what you're going to do is you're going to put your foot like this.
Yep.
And then you just bring it straight up, bring it straight back, and hit that as hard as you can. Awesome job. Right
Thanks,
there.
guys.
We got our wrecking ball. We got our first female
Nice.
wrecking ball.
Let's face it, building stuff takes a lot of brain power, but where's the fun in that? If you want a bit more destruction with your television, don't miss an all-new season of Human Wrecking Balls.
Nice moves, Allison. You guys, don't forget tomorrow, Human Wrecking Balls returns for an all-new second season. Watch them pull apart a military helicopter faster than you can get shot by one in Modern Warfare 2. Be sure to check out the all-new g4tv.com/wrecking for tons of videos and more info on the show. But right now, let's go over to Kevin.
Officer number 4, thanks. Hey, did you know that Modern Warfare 2 is out? Do you guys know? Why don't we get a sit rep on the situation in today's game break? X-Play's Morgan Webb, ladies and gentlemen! I like that.
Nice, right?
Very, very smooth, very stealthy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Should
A little
have clicked the
stealthy.
stick and gone for the knife kill. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Deuce.
Yes.
People have been waiting for this game, well, pretty much since the first one hit shelves.
Yes, exactly.
I think.
They had a big launch event here in Los Angeles. We definitely went to cover that. Infinity Ward showed up at an ATC.
Really?
They sure did. There were hundreds and hundreds of people in line waiting to get their copies of the game. Everyone's super excited about it. See all those people were like, I want to
Were they throwing out like MREs to the crowd or taking pot shots with rubberized cannons
well,
or anything?
what
or
they
no?
actually did was they managed to like kind of pass out tickets so people didn't necessarily have to wait. Yeah, right?
Oh, that's cool.
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, and I heard they only ran over like 12 people in line, which is actually pretty good for a launch
They got
event.
free copies of the game.
That's
so
all
it's
that matters.
okay.
Wait, did they actually did people get free copies of the game last night? Oh, I was like, I'll take it.
Only if you go and run over. You have to get run
I'll
over
take a
and
hit
get
from an
free
APC.
copy.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? So is this going to be one of the biggest game releases in history, you think? Like, is this going to outsell the Halos of the world and the Grand Theft Autos?
You know, we haven't actually seen any of the numbers yet, but it's going to be huge no matter what.
Make up some numbers. Who cares? Make them up.
70 billion.
What? You heard it here first, everybody. Record broken.
Yeah.
Before we get into the features, I do want to talk about the controversial airport scene, because some footage leaked online several weeks ago of this scene where you are playing essentially a terrorist. You're going through airports, and you're going through a Russian airport, and you are, I don't actually want to give too much of the story away, but it's in the very beginning, and you're trying to basically blame this on the Americans. Well, you don't have to give anything away. I think the footage does just that.
I mean, it is burly, but it is intentionally distressing. I mean, most of the game is intentionally distressing.
Absolutely.
They're trying to get across the fact that, like, war is hell. No, soldiers don't like fighting it. They're doing a great service to our country. This is not, like, easy sitting around talking about Jessica Biel.
Right. As the Onion would lead you to believe.
As the Onion would lead you to believe. I mean,
so, with that said, then,
burly.
is the controversy warranted, or do people need to let that go? I mean, I know they give you an option to skip the sequence in the game,
but who's going to skip it? It's like, something burly is coming up. You want to skip it? Everyone's like, no. Are you sure? Oh, hell no. No.
Where's the option to make it more violent?
No, exactly.
Thank you.
I mean, you're offered that, but it is disturbing. It's meant to be disturbing. It's not for everybody, but there is freedom of speech, and they can do it.
I'm certainly glad they left it in, because I know some people were saying pull it out. You know, I'm glad that they left it in there.
I'm definitely glad that they left it in there. People can skip it if they're, but I worry that a lot of people are going to take it out of context.
Right. Well, let's put it in context. The rest of the single player experience, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Yes.
Amazing?
It is amazing. There is a huge variety of missions. Now, we're all familiar with, like, the snowmobile scenes, which are really fun. You know, you get to fight on home turf, which is interesting because they contrast that against you shooting up other people's homes. So you have to kind of think about the damage you're doing to other people's homes. Like, it forces you to think about that. There's a lot of different areas that you're in. It kind of jumps back and forth between storylines. It's not an easy game. So just warning people.
No, I think that's very valid to say. Like, I know, I suck at all video games, but even on, like, a regular difficulty here, I found that if I tried to Master Chief it the slightest bit, you're gone.
You need to get all those dreams of Master Chief out of your head. You got to rely on your team to check corners, and they will, and they do a good job of it for you.
The problem is I'm an army of one. I shouldn't need any of those other guys. I don't need regenerative health.
How far did you get as an army of
like 3 steps. Then my screen was covered with strawberry jam, and I was dead.
I know. And then they give you the nice quote. You're like, I already saw that quote.
Yeah, exactly. I've gone through every quote within the first level of the game.
I got that.
So it's tough.
Awesome.
But, you know, some people will say the reason to own this game and to play it in any way, shape, or form, the multiplayer.
It is. And by the way, while we're in the single player, I just want to get in.
Oh, sure.
If you are only interested in playing this game for the single player, I would rent it, honestly. Because the single player campaign is very short. And if you spend $60 for your 6 hours of gameplay, you might be a little, I don't know, pissed off.
I think that's incredibly valid. I mean, some people are watching this little segment right here, and they don't even have their console hooked up to the internet. So give it a rent and experience it.
Give it a rent, and it's going to be totally worth your rental price. Okay, multiplayer.
Multiplayer, the reason to own, right?
Definitely the reason to own. This is a game that people are going to be playing for a long time. It has a more frenetic feel than the previous game. And that may be because there's so many perks and so much stuff going on, but it definitely feels a little bit more active and fast-paced.
Right. And there's even some co-op missions now.
There are Spec Ops, there are 32 two-player maps. And the fun thing about Spec Ops is, like, say you're on the ground going, like, do-do-do, and you're in a cubicle scene and you're shooting guys.
Right.
There's a guy in a helicopter above you, your buddy, taking out the guys running out of the building.
Nice.
So there's, a lot of different ways to play. It's not just like two guys, kind of one guy checking corners, one guy doing that. So,
when do we get, we're out of time, when do we get X-Play's official review? When do we get to see it?
You got it right before the show.
We got it!
We got it!
2 reviews in! What'd you get? 5 out of 5?
5 out of 5. If you guys want to see it, you can definitely go to g4tv.com/MW2. And you'll see everything.
That's the page for everything. Morgan Webb, everybody, thank you so much this week.
Thank you.
Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2, it's out now. Let's go over to Olivia. She's a conscientious objector.
I watched X-Play. What were you doing? Still ahead, today's Web Tools is all about indulging your musical side. Coming up, turn YouTube music videos into playlists, and then you make your own music. Plus, Mr. Chris Gore will join us with Up and Watchmen the Ultimate Cut in an all-new DVD Tuesday. And later, Laura Vandervoort from V is going to be here live in studio. Stick around.
You doing all right there?
Finishing them up.
Yeah. the Sharpie tunnel syndrome. We're live, everybody, and we're about to get news.
Oh, who's going to give us the news today?
It's Allison Hayslip.
I was going to guess.
Oh.
It is.
Hey!
I was going to guess.
She's right there.
What's up, guys?
She's right there.
I'm going to start the feed. It's Tuesday, November 10th, and here are your top stories. Google may be bringing free Wi-Fi to an airport near you. Yes! As a holiday gift to travelers, the web giant plans to provide completely free Wi-Fi at 47 U.S. airports, including Boston, Houston, and Las Vegas. Sadly, Google's seasonal treat will only continue through January 15th, 2010. But if you fly through either Burbank or Seattle, you get an even better stocking stuffer. Your airport Wi-Fi will continue indefinitely. Thanks, Google Santa. If you're a member of a Facebook group, watch out. Hundreds of groups have been hijacked by an activist organization called Control Your Info. Basically, if your Facebook group's administrator quits, it suddenly opens up that pivotal role to anyone. And that's a huge problem, as the administrator can view members' personal info and even change the group's information completely. So your knitting club could be rebranded as a hate group, with you showing up as a member. Control Your Info claims that they are only trying to warn and educate people about this major loophole, and the organization will return all hijacked groups to normal by next week. So far, Facebook has no comment. And finally, we've got good news for you. Your Twitter account could land you a TV deal. The popular but not safe for TV titled Twitter account Stuff My Dad Says is being turned into a comedy by CBS. The account, which has over 700,000 followers, me being one of them, was created by 28-year-old Justin Halpern, who moved back in with his 73-year-old dad and began tweeting the elderly man's daily and often profane musings. Halpern will co-write the pilot, which is being produced by the creators of Will and Grace. Justin, we are so happy for you, but we're pretty sure you're going to have to change the title, or the FCC will be very, very angry. We know. I'm Allison Hayslip, and you've just been fed. Now let's go back to Olivia and Officer Number 4.
Yeah! We'll let that one slide. Officer Number 4 always gets top billing, but we'll let that slide. We'll let that one slide.
It's fun. Does she know about the Officer 4 thing, too? People talking about it?
Look, I had to put my phone on airport mode because, everybody's been calling nonstop.
Yeah.
It's really
blowing
been...
up your phone.
Yeah.
Got it. Hey, do you fancy yourself musically inclined?
I do. I do.
Well, then perhaps today's web tools, musical web tools, mind you, might be a bit of an interest.
Okay.
If you're the kind of person who takes their music seriously, well, listen up. We're going to show you a free site that magically turns YouTube music videos into iTunes-style playlists. Plus, we found a great new way to make your own music. Let's start by building the ultimate online music library with YouTube videos. Create a free account at tuberadio.fm. Then enter an artist's name to see a list of all their albums. Now select the ones you want to add to your library. This is a good time to be greedy. It's not like it's costing you anything. Now, click the Add to Playlist button and create a new playlist. Tube Radio searches YouTube to find the closest match for each song. It skips over the songs it can't find and adds the results to your playlist. Now you're ready to rock. All the tracks you want to hear are just a click away. Watch the embedded videos full screen or just enjoy the music. While you listen, use the information panel to sing along with the lyrics, learn more about the band, or find similar artists and add those as well. Save all your playlists and favorite albums to your account so you'll have instant access to them from any computer. But if you'd rather make your own music, then fire up Mina, a brand new browser-based music sequencer from aviary.com. First, choose your song's tempo. Then import your own tracks, record directly into Mina, or start building from Mina's huge library of built-in clips. Preview clips in the browser and drag the ones you like onto your timeline. You can easily change the loop point and edit your clips by dragging their corners. For that Kanye touch, add multiple effects like reverb and pitch change to each loop in your timeline. You can preview your song as you build it, and when you're done, save the file so you can edit it later, or mix it down and export it as an MP3 so you can share it online. Mina's mix of simplicity and power makes it the perfect way to get your feet wet as a big-time music producer. From making music to building the ultimate playlist, the web has all the tools you need, and when you land your first recording contract, you know who to thank.
Yes, sir. That is it for Web Tools. But now it's time for something else, and her name is Olivia.
That's me. So how on earth am I supposed to decide which new DVDs to buy every week? Oh, that's right. I don't have to. That's what DVD Tuesday's for. My favorite day of the week, when this guy comes by. Chris Gore.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Such a nice guy. You're always so happy. Let's get into it. We got some good ones today. I'm excited.
Yes.
First DVD, what is it?
Watchmen, the Ultimate Cut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we have already reviewed a few different Watchmen DVDs, but you say Ultimate Cut. Is that what makes this one different?
Yes. I mean,
what is it?
Basically, it's the movie that includes all of the deleted scenes from the previous incarnations.
So it's like 7 hours long.
It's really long. And it even has the cartoon Tales of the Black Freighter is integrated into the story, which kind of parallels Ozymandias' journey. So it's the longest version of the movie you'll ever see.
Okay, so I heard that when you put it all together,
yeah,
this version is over 3.5 hours long. Does it feel like it?
No, it actually doesn't. That's what I thought. I thought this is going to be boring. It's like the Gone with the Wind of superhero movies.
Oh.
So it's worthwhile. It needs an intermission.
They should use that in their pitch.
Needs an intermission, I think, but
an intermission. Well, that's what, because it's a DVD. You just pause.
Correct. Yes, you can do that. I did a couple myself, actually.
Okay. So, new extras on the box set. There's got to be something different.
Yes, there's extras from all the previous incarnations of the DVD, including the complete motion comic and 2 new commentaries, one by Zack Snyder and another by Dave Gibbons, the original illustrator of the comic.
So, what's the bottom line on this one? Bottom
line is buy it. This is the best of it. Buy it and/or upgrade. And there's
an upgrade just means buy anyways. You don't upgrade. If you already have it, you have to buy a new one.
Give away the old one, but the old versions actually had a coupon for $10 off, so you still save some money.
Okay.
Get rid of it. You can re-gift. I re-gift DVDs all the time. I do.
You told me you bought that last one.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
So what's our next DVD?
Next DVD is Up. Pixar's Up.
Now, a lot of people think this film could be a strong contender for this year's Best Picture. What did you think about Up?
I think it's either going to be Best Picture for Best Animation, Best Animated Feature, or even Best Picture. Now that there are 10 films that could be nominated, but I think this is one of my favorite films of the year. I mean, it really is, and it's not just for kids too. And I even Kevin Pereira admitted to me that he cried watching this film, which normally I would make fun of Kevin for that.
Did you cry too?
I got a little weepy.
No,
I gotta say.
Is it look? I liked it, but I think I was the only person. What does it mean that I didn't cry at all? I actually got kind of bored.
I don't. Inside.
I know. I like the fat little Asian one. Was he Asian? He looked Asian.
A little bit.
But I know it was a fantastic movie. I didn't really get bored. I just didn't cry. I was waiting to cry. I wanted to cry, but I didn't. So Pixar always goes above and beyond with their special features, and the Blu-ray has. 10? Is it 10 features the standard def doesn't have?
Right.
Tons, more than 10. 10, 20, 30. How many does it have?
I would say the best one is a thing. They don't call it commentary. They call it Cine Explore, which basically it's a commentary. This commentary includes visuals. So you'll see, like when they start talking about a topic, they'll actually cut to video in a little picture-in-picture box, or early incarnations of what the characters look like. So it's this sort of like ultimate Uber commentary, which they had to make up a name rather than call it.
So what's the bottom line?
Bottom line is buy it. One of the best films of the year. Go watch it with the whole family.
I'm gonna watch it and try to make myself cry.
Yes.
What's our next DVD?
The next DVD is Dead Set. Which is epic.
Let me tell you guys. Chris has been raving about this horror film for a while now, but tell him what it's about.
Well, it's a 5-episode miniseries from the UK about a zombie outbreak that happens on the set of Big Brother. So the Big Brother reality show. What's funny is that for a while the Big Brother contestants are unaware that zombies have taken over all of England.
So what's the bottom line on this one?
Bottom line on this one of the best zombie things I've ever seen. Lots of great extras. It's Region 2, so you're going to have to seek it out if you have an all-region player like I do. Or buy it at a comic or sci-fi convention. You can find it, trust me.
All right,
Dead Set. Don't forget Dead Set.
You guys see that? 3 buys. We had buys all around. It's very exciting.
I won DVD Tuesday again. Woo!
Well, you control DVD Tuesday. You could win every Tuesday.
That's true. I can. Love that about
Good to know.
Tuesday.
Thanks, Chris. It's your segment. You can do whatever you want. For more Gore goodness, follow Chris on Twitter at @ChrisGore. Now let's go back over to is it Sheriff number 4?
Officer number 4, thank you. Hey, still ahead. We actually are going to have a lizard lady live in studio. Laura Vandervoort is here, everybody, and she is gorgeous. inhuman on the outside, but scaly and kind of gross-like on the inside. Yeah. Here's a look at our next guest in the reboot of V.
Tyler.
Hey, Lisa.
That jacket looks really good on you.
Thanks.
I remember you, Brandon, right?
Yeah.
Tyler told me you wanted to become a peace ambassador.
The thought crossed my mind.
Come on. Let's see if we can get you to the front of the line. This way.
Something's fishy. Joining me now, Laura Vandervoort, everybody. Welcome to live television, Laura.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good. I'm excited to be here.
Are you?
Yeah.
Did you think about a nice curse word that you could safely drop on our show or no?
Yeah, one of the things the producer said was don't swear, it's live television, but...
Yeah, go for it. You have permission. No. Don't actually...
Is everyone ready?
That moment of thought was like, no.
I would have prepared something, but...
I don't trust your character. I do not trust her.
As you shouldn't.
Well, should I or shouldn't I? Because she seems so sweet and so wholesome and innocent.
Well, that's the trick, right? I mean, the producers are kind of tight-lipped about it, whether she's good or not. And we're playing it as honest as we can so that even myself, I'll be surprised if she is evil. I mean, I'm hoping that she's good, but...
You're hoping that she's good? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
That'd be nice.
Wouldn't it be more fun to play a nice, evil alien lizard kind of thing? No?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Do you have any say? Like, do you bring, like, some Sprinkles cupcakes to the writer's room and go, hey, by the way, I'd like to kill people, thanks? Or...
No, but I'll try that next time I'm here.
It would absolutely work. Well, congratulations on the success of V, by the way.
Thank you.
That's huge. Now, we do have an office bet going on as to whether or not you're a lizard on the inside. So is it cool if we just cut and peel back just a bit to check for...
Yeah.
Can we get a blade out here? And we'll do it during commercial.
Okay.
Do you have any weird fans out there that make requests like that, or are you getting recognized a lot from the show?
The show just aired, so it's, I'm sure it'll start, but a lot of the Smallville fans still recognize me.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Playing Supergirl, and... What's great is that a lot of the fans who recognize me as Supergirl then say, oh, we've seen you on V, that's great too, so they're kind of following me, which is nice.
That's very nice. Now, are these fans that you want following you, or are they like stalkers that happen to know way too much about you? Like, oh, I really loved you in V, but I also love the way you walked to your car last night at 6:30 outside of the Costco.
That's what you said to me.
Well, I'm just saying, it was you had an excellent gate on the way to your car.
Thank you. No, the sci-fi fans are great. I mean, they're really dedicated fans, so we're lucky to have them.
And obviously, they'd love to see you go back to Supergirl at some point. Is that in your future, or do you have any plans to do that?
Yeah, that would be nice. I don't know, honestly, whether I will, but I'd like to go back before the series ends.
Cupcakes to the writer's room.
Yeah, it seems to be that's how you got your job,
You're
right?
in. That's it. Yeah, absolutely. Cupcakes. Tonight's episode... Tonight, there was frosting and sprinkles involved. Tonight's episode is tonight's the second of... You guys only shot 4 episodes for this season of V? Are you even calling it a season of V? There's only 4, right?
We've only shot 4. We're going to be shooting more. I mean, the ratings have been phenomenal, so I can't see why we wouldn't. We had, I think, 14 million viewers watch us just for the pilot.
73 million for tonight's airing.
Right.
The numbers are already in. We get them early at G4. We're pretty tech savvy.
Apparently, yes.
Have you found out that there are going to be another order of episodes, or
we're waiting to hear. I think by tomorrow we should know. But I mean, the cast is really confident that we're going to do well.
There has to be.
Yeah.
There has to be. And I know that obviously it's based off the original series from the 80s, but is it? I mean, you got the alien visitors. And the name, is that pretty much where the similarities end, or?
Yeah, I think the show's kind of like night and day. We're not remaking the show. We're following on in its memory. So I think our show is very different. It's still very character driven. It's grounded. It's still sci-fi, but it's less sci-fi than the original miniseries.
Is the major shift sort of like the tone? Like I noticed a lot of political overtones with the new series.
There's a lot of political undertones that people are noticing just from the pilot, and I'm not sure if ABC intended for a lot of those political undertones to be there, but I'm glad the audience is talking about it. They're finding things that they can relate to their life right now, post 9/11. It's definitely in there.
Well, when you get the call tomorrow to let you know that it's been picked up for 14 new episodes, please come back on the show and let us know if you're good or evil.
We would love to. Thank you.
Absolute pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it. You guys, the new V airs tonight on ABC. Again, the numbers are in. They're good. And if you want to see the original 80s show that actually started it all, be sure to check out fancast.com for free videos of the entire series. Olivia?
It's actually 30 billion people watched it tonight. 30 billion! We just found out. We just found out. It's very exciting. Congratulations, Laura. Stick around. There's more Attack of the Show coming up right after this.
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new AOTS, Chris Hardwick and Veronica Belmont will be filling in as our special guest hosts. Then we'll have a rapid-fire gadget prawn full of thumb drives that are waterproof and shock-resistant. Plus, the master of parody Weird Al Yankovic will be live in studio. See it tomorrow.
A magazine out called University Link, and I am on the cover.
You're on the damn cover of this, but no. Yes, congrats, yes, clap.
I want to let you guys know.
If I buy a magazine with you on the cover and you're not inside this one, though, I'm going to be...
I was on the inside of Playboy. What? There's just one more. Well, here's the inside. Just so you know, it's a special picture that that's it. That's what I look like when I wake up.
Oh, look at that.
I did it.
You actually sleep on all fours. Most people don't know that.
I'm so tired.
And
you go online and get it's for colleges, especially I think in Southern California.
You
so
have a giant article in that bad boy.
It's very exciting. Big shout out to the OMFG in there. So buy that. And then,
very cool.
I actually heard something else bigger than a magazine cover. We just found out that a certain co-host has been nominated for funniest tweet of the year on Mashable.com, and that co-host is there's actually only 2 co-hosts here.
So I probably mean
is this one?
No, it's a tweet. I just found this out as well. Somebody tweeted it to me. Apparently, I'm up there with Stuff My Dad Says, Peter Serafinowicz, and Ricky Martin.
Whoa! What?
Finally, I have been nominated for something along with Ricky Martin. So.
And you guys, let me just say, please, there is still time to vote. Just head to Mashable.com/OWA. We got to get this guy the win. Get him the big W.
You're going down, Ricky Martin.
Go to the all-new G4TV.com. Look at that.
I can tweet and I can shake my Vita Loca. What?
Go to the all-new G4TV.com/AOTS for all the things you saw today and more.
Thanks to Chris Gore, Laura Vandervoort, and make sure you watch your Eat People on B. That's a series.
And also, look at that face.